Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching The Day I Became a God, episode 6.
The day of the festival.
Yeah, that's concerning for us because typically the festival episode is very emotional in any anime where there's a festival.
Yeah.
Especially this one.
And it's about that time for things, if they're going to get serious, they should start getting serious soon. So, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy it, and if you like it, please give it a like and consider subscribing. But also, this is not a market substitute, so if you're coming here to watch the show for free, please don't do that. Please go and watch it on Funimation and support the official release. That's where we're watching. But with all that, let's get into it.
Basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a flashback? Or is this...
Oh. This is a dream. I was like, oh my god. I don't think so. I want some watermelon right now. Didst thou think otherwise? You have to let her go. You have to go too.
Lower the average age.
She just invite herself.
Looking all smug. All according to my plan.
However.
It's because it's all robotics underneath. You still don't think so?
I don't think so. Like, I'm ready.
I'm serious. Maybe that's why, because if she'll still have the same powers, but she won't be a god. She'll just be a robot. Like, everyone will know that she's not a god.
He's saying it out loud.
Now she's like way more happy. Oh no.
She just appeared.
Yakisoba is giving me some serious flashbacks. Or no, Takoyaki. Looks super plain and not delicious at all. Said no one? It looks awesome. It looks delicious. A shrimp cracker? Winner?
It's the only thing I've had.
I want it.
I wonder if she's gonna be good. Oh,
A
this is where they
goldfish.
get the fish!
This seems really a significant game.
So she's got 20 already?
Oh yeah, they're like paper.
She can't do it. Well, she has one.
I think they probably gave her one. What the fuck? Who do I shoot? She thought that was the game.
Oh, she wants that penguin.
Penguin.
Oh.
It's heavy.
Oh.
Aim for the head.
Pretty good.
Yeah, she's crazy into baseball, remember?
Wow. It's like
There's Pikachu as well.
was it a haunted house?
Oh no.
She really likes. She's gonna be scared, or is she? I can't tell if she's gonna be scared or she's not gonna be scared.
I don't think she will be.
They didn't even go in.
Oh no. Oh, they're all fucking terrified.
You, whenever you go in a haunted house?
Yeah. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
I know, I'm like... Oh, because he's not...
Who made it possible? Oh, is she gonna get fucking captured by those people? Wait. Wait. Do you not realize who that is? Is that Takajo? Why is she walking around accusing people of being lolicons? Choose me over her, you won't regret it.
A religious solicitation. She's gonna get locked in that truck.
She's gonna get captured.
She's gonna go in there and get trapped in there. Oh my god. Don't go in there.
They're gonna lock, like... It's so dumb. It was, the fucking people who were looking for the scientist guy.
Yeah. And the poor fish just in there as well.
Fine, fuck you. Oh, this was the intro?
No, the intro was during the day.
It was during the day, but they were riding like that.
Oh god. I hope the fish doesn't die.
Are you fucking curious? What? Wait, what?
Like it.
This isn't a basketball game there, Ashra. What the fuck? Oh! Can he not play anymore? He's got his leg run over? Oh.
This is so scary.
Is this gonna be repeated in more than one way?
That'd be terrifying. If it's
Is
the
it
wrong
the wrong truck?
Oh,
Oh,
no. Okay,
shit.
okay, good. Thank goodness. Oh, he's okay. A premonition of today's events.
I love that this show doesn't have a preview.
I know.
I love it so much. It just, like, not only just so that we don't get spoiled on, like, what's gonna happen next episode, but also so that no one else can have any idea. So then, like, we are as caught up as you could be with the story. This, like, the first, like, how we were talking about how we like this is an anime original.
Yeah.
That was a good episode, man. That was a really good one.
I kept thinking that it was gonna, like, do something really sad.
It was gonna go dark mode.
But I think what was sad about it is just how happy everyone was. And at the end, he's just like, well, the world's not really gonna end, is it?
I think it's more of a and I don't know if there is going to be like a world-ending threat, but I think all the shit of like, is the world gonna end? What's this crazy organization doing? It might just all be a red herring to make us like think everything's gonna end. Cause like I think the metaphor here is like this is your last summer, like with all your friends. Make it count, make it last. Stop worrying about studying so much. Like spend time with your friends, have fun. Don't fucking waste your life on bullshit that like on like preparing for the future that you like. What matters is right now. So have fun with your friends and don't waste your last summer with them. That's like, cause once it's over, and it'll just be like the goldfish's shadow. It's just like the bowl is empty, but the memory is still there. I think that's what it's going to be, and that's what that's what Hina's trying to bring out of it. And that's why the firework ceremonies are so sad all the time, because it always marks like an end, right? Mm. It's like the end of summer, isn't it? Or I forget what it's supposed
There's
to
only
be.
9 days until the end of the world.
Yeah.
And the world was ending, I think,
at the end of the summer.
At the end of the summer. So it's like the beginning of the end.
Yeah, that's why, like, in everything, it's always like there's that moment where they look around and they realize, oh shit, things are never going to be the same. You know, it's really sad shit, but it's really beautiful as well. But so I don't know if I think that all the plot stuff is going to come back, but I think that that's what this series is getting at. It's like, don't waste your life. Have a act like just common shit. Act like the world's going to end. What would you do if you thought the world was going to end? Because the world is constantly ending. The world that you know, the friendships that you form, and the bonds that you have with other people, they are constantly shifting and falling. So, and nothing lasts forever. So, although you're going to keep living, this world, as you know it, is going to end at some point. So don't waste your time with it. Mm-hmm. That's what I got from this episode. And it also, with Hina, when she was walking away being all crazy, she was just like, she had that moment, that line really stuck out to me of like, I was having so much fun, why did I force myself to be alone? Because she just like ran away and started acting insane because she was all angry, but then she's just like, what's the point of this? What the fuck am I doing right now? I thought the whole point of this was to have fun at the festival with my friends, but now I'm like, I forced myself because I was angry and jealous. I forced myself to be off and alone. Like, you know, just that moment of realization was really impactful to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just really interested to see how these last 6 episodes bring the plot together. Although I feel like that typically happens in his stuff. It's not until the very end that anything actually has any way of getting sorted out or making sense.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
And sometimes it doesn't, like in Angel Beats. It just kind of like is an excuse to end it, you know?
Yeah, but Angel Beats was meant to be longer.
Yeah,
so.
It's a special case, but still. I'm interested to see how it'll end, but I think I think I've just cracked the case on like we've talked about it like before, but this episode I think really sealed it, like the whole meaning behind all this.
And whether the world actually ends or not, is still yet to be seen. Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah. And like the whole thing with Ashura as well, it's like, well, maybe that's worth thinking about a little bit more, but like the whole thing of so what the string of events with that was he got injured and then he recovered and then they did the move but failed.
Yeah. So
like, yeah, I thought that they did the move, failed, he got injured, and now they had no chance of doing it again, and then this was the chance to like make good on it.
No, it was he got injured and then recovered and then did the move. Mm-hmm. And even though it was a failure, he still thought of it as a success because he didn't think he'd be able to do that again. And even though he like probably couldn't do that crazy jump move, mm-hmm. he felt like he was with like jumping as well. Yeah.
This is a fucking dope episode.
It was interesting how he had that dream. I'm wondering if, say we're going with the thing where with the theory that he is genuinely going to become a god, he is going to like take over Hina's role. What if that's like the start of his omniscience, like he got a premonition of what was going to happen that day?
Yeah.
Not 100% sure on that, but that would be interesting if that was like the start.
I think it's possible.
Of his turning into a god, because it's the day I became a god, but maybe he's gonna have these like little things that happen.
I think that's possible, but I think that's possible if that's the way the show's going, but I'm gonna stay on my side of the fence of I think that she is just an android and a AI that is programmed, and the reason she wears all that is because maybe you can tell underneath that she's not a god. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I
don't know. I still kind of think she is a god, potentially. Mm-hmm. I want to know more about the parents, because they seem to know about her.
Yeah.
So I feel like once we know a little bit more about them, or what they do, or what they kind of know about.
Did we see a picture of the scientist guy that Shizuki?
Suzuki?
Suzuki-san is that, or Suzuki-kun or whatever his name is. That they're searching for. Did we see a picture of that scientist?
Yeah, I think it was like an old guy.
We saw a picture of them though. Do you remember?
Of the parents?
No, we've seen the parents. Like the picture of the scientist. Like, is this? I'm theorizing. Is the scientist the dad? Is that his job?
We saw the interview with the scientist.
So we saw his face. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe maybe he like worked for that guy. Their dad worked for that guy or something, or they're related in some way, and that's what they meant by it's kind of a relative, because that whole thing of like this scientist who was like developing this thing, but he just couldn't account for love. That was the thing. Mm-hmm. So then now we have this god who can predict the future and is, kind of wacky, but is really upset when Yota doesn't pay attention to her and is trying to understand love, and she doesn't really understand that. Like, that's not like the fact that she doesn't understand. That's not like a huge thing, but like, I really think that that's where it's going. I'm holding to that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went where you're saying. But it's just because like if we're approaching a point where like the more I think about it and the more we like spend time with it, in the interpretation of she's an actual god and she is like a divine creature, where does all this science stuff and Suzuki and like the whole like predicting the future and like all this advanced stuff, where does all that science stuff go if that's where the story is heading? That's my thing. Mm-hmm. It could just be a red herring, but if they just established that and then went nowhere with it just for this, I think that would be a ballsy like story move to just like have that as a red herring so you're thinking about it the whole time and thinking about the future, and then never do it. But the whole thing is like, oh, that's all just a different story. What matters is right now. Like that having that be part of the theme, that's really ballsy. I don't think that's the case. I would be really excited if they did something crazy like that. But I think that like they established that early on in like episode 3 or 4, and they've not touched it at all. And it seems we'll get to it eventually.
We've seen him like 2 or 3 times at this point.
Twice. And it was only in the span of 2 episodes. We haven't seen him for the last like 2 or 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. Not this one, not the last one for sure. I don't think the previous one before that was the Mahjong episode. And we didn't see him at all then. So it's been since episode 3 that we've seen anything to do with that. I don't think in episode 2 we even saw. We might have seen at the end. But my thing is, I'm excited no matter where it goes. But I think with the introduction of that and the fact that they haven't brought it back, they're going to like bring it back in these next couple episodes, and it's really going to get rolling. And then we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm really excited to see where it goes. Yeah. That's my whole thing.
I would be interested either way. Because
I would be too.
Because I know that there has been various supernatural elements to like some of the other shows. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to count it out. But at the same time, spoilers for Charlotte for the next couple seconds, even though they had superpowers, the cause of it was a literal... So it wasn't necessarily just... There was a cause that was in more
it was
of a...
linked to science.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I was literally just going to say that. But I was also going to say about Angel Beats, like, the whole... It wasn't necessarily... I mean, like, it was spiritual, and it's established super early. This is, like, a purgatory, like, place that they're in. But, like, the mechanics and the aesthetic of it, when people when Angel... Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to edit that out. When Angel is, like, being, like, attacking or using her attacks, there's, like, code, like, binary coming out, and, like... Everything is to do, it's all like programming and computers. It's not like magic. It's like all based on technology and cyberization. So like, and that's, so there's a common like through line of, at least in the previous ones we've watched, of like sort of magic or mysticism explained extremely detailedly or controlled by technology in some way, or accounted for by technology at least.
It's not just unexplained, this.
So that's why I think my interpretation makes sense of it being this like super divine, it's basically a godlike ability to predict all this stuff and omniscience, but it can be accounted for by an advanced AI. But the core of it is like love. That's the main thing. So that's like the sort of mystical element of it, and just the whole way that it works. Mm-hmm. Regardless, I think I'm pretty solid on that. At least I'm in the ballpark. I think it's more likely than just she's a literal god and she's saying the end of the world. It just doesn't account for the rest of the thing. But I'm excited no matter where it goes, personally. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to talk about for the episode? Watermelon. This episode, just in general, we kind of already talked about this, but I'll just mention it quickly. They focused more on Hina's like jealousy. It had been teased, I think, last episode or the one before. Yeah. Like, more heavily, where she was just, like, you know, upset that he was making progress with Izanami-san. Mm-hmm.
It's really nice to see Izanami happy, though.
And it's not, like, a drastic change.
Yeah, no, it's not like, oh, hey, guys!
Yeah,
and just super...
She just turned into the mom friend instead of the, like, sullen loner.
Yeah. And that's the shitty thing, is that Hina really wants her to be happy and is really happy that she's happy, but doesn't like what it means for her necessarily. Yeah.
I love that it was just so much of this was just them hanging out at the festival. Mm-hmm. Like with no don't even worry about
house,
anything.
Carson's so scared of scary stuff.
I feel like you've mentioned this like 20 times on the channel at this point. But you can do it again, sure.
It's relevant. Yeah, I don't know, the haunted house thing was pretty funny. I like that scene.
You can tell it again if you want.
What?
Yeah, sure.
We were at this, like, fair thing, and there's a haunted train ride. I guess it was like this haunted house, but you sat in a little train, and it, like, just took you in a tiny little circle, and Carson was so scared.
Once I got in it, it was... Like, I feel like just my nerves got to me, because I wasn't, like, by the time I got it, or, like, by, like, 2/3 of the way, and I was like, oh, this isn't anything, like, but it just, I had hyped myself so much up that, like, for the first 2/3, I was like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
Weren't you just not even looking
at it? I was, yeah, because I had, like, hyped it up so much, because I'm just so fucked up about haunted houses and stuff like that. Where it comes from, by the way, is when I was taken into the haunted house at, like, my... town's like sort of Halloween festival sort of thing. They held it at the rec center, and they had a haunted house every year. When I was like 4 years old, my dad thought it would be fun to take me in, and I lost my mind. I still vividly remember I was like screaming, can we just go back, like crying and screaming. Even the people who were like doing the jump scares, jumping out, like ladies dressed as witches and ghosts and stuff, they were like, they jumped out, scared, and then I was just like, freaked out, screaming, crying, like, beat red face, and they were just like, they completely broke character, and they were just like, oh no, I'm so sorry, and he's just like, no, it's fine, like, they try to carry me out. It's just like, I was so terrified that not even the haunted house people who are trained to, who are trying to scare me, were, like, taken aback by it, because I was freaking out so much. So that's where my phobia of haunted houses comes from. Thank you so much for bringing up every time that I'm scared and laughing at my expense. Really appreciate that. But yeah, this was awesome. This is a great episode.
I would like to say it's also interesting to see, like, a Japanese-style haunted house.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, haunted house, and then it was, like...
With all the paper walls and the seals everywhere, and like...
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Yeah. It actually makes for a really interesting haunted house, because, like, the blood splatter on the wall, that's, like, a translucent wall.
And then so all the lights, when things get scary, they all turn red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Takajo! Is that... Okay. Is this Takajo? I couldn't... I'm, like...
I feel like it was...
I'm, like, at least 90% sure.
I'm pretty sure that there was an Angel Beats thing. And look on his shirt. Look at this shirt.
It's Takajo.
Yeah.
I was gonna look up a picture. I didn't realize he was wearing a Eucerin shirt.
I didn't... That's why you noticed him, but I was looking at the shirt. I'm like, why does that kind of look familiar? And then...
I didn't even notice the shirt. I thought it had... For some reason, my mind filled it in that it had writing on it. I just wasn't even looking. I was trying to figure out... That is fucking awesome. I wonder if there's any other Charlotte or Angel Beats references
Angel
we
Beats
missed.
stuff in Charlotte, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Did we miss it?
I can't remember if we saw it or not, but I think someone pointed it out.
Oh, shit. We need to go back and look at that, because I wonder if there's been any other references
I don't
that
think
we
it was as obvious as this.
This is a straight-up cameo, but... Yeah. I'd be interested to go back and check.
The epic shirt. I love how they included the shirt.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just a guy with glasses would be somewhat recognizable, but with the shirt is undeniable, and also makes it extra funny when she asks if he's a lolicon.
He's not technically a lolly.
I guess not.
I don't think Eucerin is a lolly. She is, like, Hina is a lolly. Eucerin I don't think could be considered a lolly. I guess she could, but not by, like, anime standard. Anyway. That's fucking awesome. I was blown away by that. But I wasn't 100% sure, but when you pointed out the shirt, I was like, oh fuck, yeah, it's totally Takujo. That's incredible. Yeah, I wonder if we've missed any. I hope there's like at least one more.
I bet there's some, I don't know, maybe there's some stuff. I don't know if he just does it from like the most recent one or whatever. I don't know when Clannad and other stuff
came out in like 2006, I think. Maybe a little slightly later.
Yeah, because I wonder if there's any references to like the shows that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
But either way, really cool.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council.
Zenge.
John Ortega.
Aurora.
Lewis.
Christian Bay.
Kage Uzumaki.
Dreadful XR.
Xiao Lao.
Brian.
Handicap Bonkai.
D23L.
Charles Liu.
Jude Caspino Buford.
Nick Psycho.
Michael Wells.
King Mr. Mew.
Rifleman Z51.
Thelmus Celetius.
Brandon Bruce.
Yankee.
Vanonian.
Yuki Ali.
Mord Tarragon.
Josh Carey Gray.
Jordan Agnew.
Lolly Convict.
Redacted.
Zachary Porth.
Mohammed Burnham Ahmed.
Michael E. Zabel.
Callum Forsyth.
Nicholas Woody.
Soma Yukahara.
Dogs Free.
It's Your Boy Dom.
Christian Nielsen.
Phantom.
Quant Tuggle.
Proyectos Informatica.
Sugar Daddy Alex.
Tara.
Hunter Wayne Germany. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.